All right, here we are. This is the 31 Poetry Gauntlet where I go through all the 31 forms that I currently know and then some. But yeah, this is that gauntlet, the one where I go and just blitzkrieg through all the forms as a kind of, shall I say it, a flex, because not many poets do this, if at any. All right. Let us begin. Remember, 31 forms, going to be quite different from what you've seen before. Even for like you'll notice there's going to be a distant difference between volume 9 and this one. The time came when they all laughed at it all, on the ground after their fall. Bright sunny days as the winds passed by, as children once looked at clouds in the sky. Truly did we ever conquer kings, all for the sake of our freedom swings. Did we put on more chains than we thought we had, through an illusion of freedom claimed to be glad. Lightning in a bottle, toss me a can, surge of energy like a madman. Experiments in science when chaos will flow, all with theatrics performing the show. Taste of my sugar, the boys call it sweet. Taste of my sugar, the boys call it sweet. Step into the tent and you'll be down with a treat. Ignore the crimson stains that dress. Let me start that over. Taste of my sugar, the boys call it sweet. Step into the tent and you'll be drowned with a treat. Ignore the crimson stain that dress on the floor, for there is pleasure and pain when there's a little more. Little to know out in the snow, where the cold winds blow, lost not knowing where to go, dressed in white she will now show. The setting sun, when the day is done, back when time had begun, when man was made and undone. Whatever will be for those who plea, to be punished at sea, while laughing like madmen in glee. Wind of the willow that blow, where silence will know, within the secrets they must find, while watching enemies in kind. Monsters that sleep under the bed, marked by the shadows' stead, masking the place they will hide, mastering where they can confide. Through the asylum of the insane, thoughts forever affecting the brain, they desire to find their light, only to end in sight. The Sandman coming on his cloud of dreams and sand, never to be caught. They came out to the door, sometimes in their groups of 3, unsettling smiles. The setting sun's hue across California's coast, era of synthwave. Now I understand that these both would not be haiku; they'd be more zipai or senryu, but that's only something I've learned recently. You're burning sweeter than the sun coming undone, in the heat of day, doused by the scent of my love, by the romance of the heart. Embraced by autumn's wind across my skin and hand, in the sweet kisses of lilies that set my heart by the flowing of soft silk. The waves of the sea that come crashing onto shore through the tidal flow, while in the presence of the bright celestial moon maiden. Rising in the morning, obscuring the land in growing mist, the eerie silence of the street, echoing their haunted thoughts, my entire system as my dreams are shattered as I awaken. A cold winter day the cold winter days that sweep across the land covered in white. People walk the streets bundled up against the frozen air. In front of the fireplace I sit and stare, thinking of bygone days. Into the wilderness into the wilderness of the mountains range where the streams flow, across the valley's forgotten village of a bygone era, from the heart of an adventurer in his room playing a game. He who understands the heart of an elephant carries the village with the weight of his kindness. The hunter who has the patience of a leopard will always know the exact moment to strike. Beware the man who watches with the eye of a vulture. They will eventually come to feed off of your scraps. Jubilation of the heart, offerings of a good day's start, yearning to never part. Pressure impaling the body and heart, agony of a time always spent apart, into the darkness of depression, next to a longing obsession. Fever from an electrical shock, revealing through a tightened lock, into the cortex of the brain, desperately trying to stay sane. That's missing a. Give me a sec. That's missing a thing. There we go. Pride. So it should be fever from an electrical shock, revealing through a tightened lock into the cortex of the brain, encroaching the skin with its pain, desperately trying to stay sane. There we go. I don't know how I missed the. Anyways. Woe to our captain drowned at sea, a hero none have heard or seen before. May his soul rest and finally be set free. Oh, Captain, you could have done so much more. Let a statue be raised in your name, yet even that will never be the same. For how can stone replace life? Oh, Captain, our Captain, you deserved life. May your soul. This should probably go down some more. Yeah, let's fix that. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna have some fixings to do. May your soul ascend on a butterfly's wing into the arms of God, whom the angels sing. You were but a young soul, full of joy, forever to remain as a young boy. Yeah, that should be do. My heart and my soul lay shattered. Loss of my love, shall I ever be the same? Pieces of myself, broken and battered. Left with a memory when you first came. A pox onto my life without you in it. How can I survive without you in it? Shall I ever heal again? Shall I ever love again? A single snowflake melting onto my warm hand. A feeling's remnant from a moment of cold frost before it faded away. Felt but never forgotten. And this can be like that. Yes. Grass becoming stone through the progress of time, with each advancement, from new streets to buildings tall, with each step both remembered and forgotten through it all. Learn peace, remain still, away from the worries and pain. Let the breath flow in, a moment's respite held in, with patience and temperance that lets your stress wash away. Why do we fight sleep so we can then stay awake as we go and do tiring things? It's within a sense of our accomplishment's goal into all of our passions. The sound of laughter, echoing within their mirth, is joy better than sorrow? They follow a path. To know one is to know both. What's laughter without sadness? Boop. Is love abandoned as people seek self pleasures, wincing forever at the thought? Who can understand the sorrow of the lonely who were once bitten, twice shy? A man wanted his lover to swoon as he brought her a red balloon, and little did he know it would soon show he was not a man, but cartoon. And then this one, yes. Correct. There once was a lady dressed in white, of whom many would try and claim on sight, but they all best beware when she begins to glare the moment she goes in for a bite. There was a frog who sat in a well. From his hole he would constantly yell, "If you give me a kiss, you shall not be amiss, thinking to be a prince in a shell." Across the flowing waters, under the bright silver moon, a wedding celebration late into one summer June. The throne of the emperor among a crimson palace, whom now shall drink of the vine placed inside of a chalice. And then this one will be the wisdom of a fisherman who came back onto the shore. Within patience is a gift, and greed will not bring you more. I feel like the first one, these aren't quite completely accurate. Jujus, and Juejus. How do you even say that? Because I feel like this should rhyme with this one, and then this one needs to rhyme with this one, but this one doesn't require a rhyme in order to have a proper one of this one. But I digress. Praise be unto you, child of wisdom, who learns like the stillness of owls, as he opens his mind for all to learn. Age does not always bring knowledge, and stars do not always shine bright, as you have shown more knowledge than men, and are shining far brighter than the stars. And then this is gonna be, I need to bring this. Fixing the stuff and yeah. Praise unto you, O healer of the village, who has studied the secrets of nature's herbs, and knows how the body burns, who has seen into the invisible, guarding the secrets of every remedy. For only those willing to study and learn, knowing what brings poison and what brings health, let many be healed and saved by your hand, where we bless you, O healer of our people. We praise you, O fathers of the village, who are as courageous as a lion, and have the strength of a rhino, who show boys how to grow into men, to make sure none go hungry. You who teach many your craft, shall that all may know how to live in life, who shall give proper guidance to all children, and know how to love and respect your wife. Praise be to you, fathers, you leaders of men. A toast to you, O beautiful fairy. Blessed are we with your presence, divine elegance, guided by every movement and dance. Show us your favor and leave us not empty-handed. For one final song before you ascend to the heavens. Peach blossoms and celestial wine, shall we mortals ever a chance to know the taste? While others under the light of moon, how blissful that would be. A fair maiden's dance along the misty lakeside, graceful steps like rain, elegance of an ethereal ghost. Draw me not in with your smile to bewitch, for I am but a simple man, that you could spirit away with your hand. Behind a mask and a coy smile, in the ballroom all come to dance, with a sly movement set to beguile. Behind a mask and a coy smile, Grace whispered across the floor's tile, nothing left to a foolish chance. Behind a mask and a coy smile, in the ballroom all have come to dance. All come to dance. Nature's harmony in its song, for ears to listen and go hear, for places to go and belong. Nature's harmony in its song, in places where all goes wrong. A shadow creeps where drawing near. Nature's harmony in its song, for ears to listen and go hear. And the sound of a morning cry from the trail of a banshee sight, of another whom soon would die, in the sound of a morning cry, as widows weep while asking why. A service held by candlelight, in the sound of a morning cry from the trail of a banshee's sight. My eyes are weary to stay awake. My eyes bring in the sights to take. My eyes will come to see where I'll be. My eyes help in guiding me. My eyes tell when I am tired, and my eyes widen when I am wired. My eyes help me read. My eyes help with what I need. But eyes are not the only things with sight, as other senses also go to set things right. I dream of many things. I dream of songs that sing. I dream of a beauty fair. I dream to be of good care. I dream to reach the highest heights, as I dream to see the greatest sights. I dream to fall desperately in love. I dream of the one sent from above. I dream of many goals, while dreaming of guiding many souls. I dream of who I'll be. I dream of who they'll eventually see. But some dreams go lurk in dark shadows that can send one into the gallows. They walk at night without care. They walk to sights where they'll dare. As they walk along busy streets, and they walk with many treats. They do walk to and fro, as they walk with nowhere to go. Many adventurers can come when one will walk with all their friends whom they'll go talk. What is perfect? Not me, hung out to dry, but I get up on my own 2 feet. Blood, sweat, tears, it's a callin'. But my will's growing weaker. I don't like it when I drift from the safe zone. It's getting harder and harder to breathe. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm sorry that I let you down. Like life's a voyage. Some people try to avoid it, just like you. Like you. I would sell my soul for a bit more time, just wondering if I'm doing anything right. I've been running circles. Oh, I thought I was invincible. Spiller leaves and sleep in the earth, and you pray with your knees on the ground. You look so worn, so thin, and the days blur into one. Finding out which way the road's got you pulled. I know the seasons ain't been changin'. Now the pale morning signs of forgotten things, and in our travels we found our roads. Far away from all the trouble, I'm always in this twilight. But you're a king and I'm a Lionheart, with your lullabies and those same old lies. A crown with gems and gold, all tied up in their white ribbon. Always a riddle inside my head, but all folks are damaged goods. Look who's digging their own grave. I shouldn't play with fate. For the sake of mitigating risk, that's a magical kind of time. It's me you've come to take. Pressure won't squash me, and fire couldn't burn. Black skies changing into blue. You and me, we're not the same. Some people tell me I'm strange. Others, oh, come a little closer. Mesmerize me, I dare you to try. Who sold their lives to a dream? Like a slow death that creeps in restless sleep. Now please, give yourself to me. The doors are all locked down. Won't you give me what I need? Merrily sailing with the breeze across the 7 seas, ocean floor that echoes in then evermore. through the captain's door as we please. Then into the shore with great ease, through the forest trees to our home. Some relax, others would roam, and as a sudden gnome would come tease. He had his fun, we fed him cheese. By his expertise and his tool, he went to help build us a school, for he was not cruel, just a tease. We slept under the silver moon, till the afternoon into day, as nymphs would come with hips that sway, to seduce and play their tune. With their touch, they made us all swoon, away to commune in their joy, with all techniques they would deploy, as they did enjoy how we'd croon. It came upon a fateful day, with a mighty ray upon all. Everyone it would come in thrall, as we all would fall and betray. Do you who called me for a dance, with your lessons you would enjoy, I cannot say I know your ploy, with each coy smile from your glance. Please do tell me if it's my chance. When you close in, will you then tease my reaction for you to please, before you go and sway away until the twice setting day, enjoying how I go and freeze? Hand on the crown, call me your king, with all of the men that come to fight. Do you think you can best my might? For I am whom the bards will sing, with all the heroics I would bring. I did not come to bring you fear, for I will draw far and near, all far and near, as a king is supposed to serve, and as all you can come and to observe, a ruler you'll come to endear. Will you approach ever so bold, with a right smile upon your face, before you pin me down in place? Will you like what your hands will hold, or do you like what you've controlled? Share a bit harder, I'll turn red, blushing so hard until I am dead. Do you seek to make my heart pound, or only for you when you're around? No way to escape what you fed. Man. What stories to tell, you men of the sea, from the adventures you've seen of pirates at sea, all the men who drop and bow as they would plea, mercy to seek from the might of the sea. Spare you compassion of the men you set free, under the gaze of the moon and the glistening sea. We heard the tales of sailors that be, of the monsters that creep in the sea. Through the map and compass every degree, will you find any new land across the sea? O scribes of men, what do you see of the men who go sailing at sea? Okay. Shall the heat surround us along with the sand? Where is love and life in this desolate sand? Bring down your rain, refresh us all and the land. Let us not be cursed by encompassing sand. As the warriors ride where the camels will stand, one is more comfortable out in the sand. Who shall hear us weep tears in our demand? And as I render my clothes, as I cry in the sand, whose wisdom was this as to go as they planned, to destroy the plants and surround us with sand? What fools were we to create this wasteland? Now dying of thirst and dying on sand. Oh, of scribes and men, will you go and understand the ways of my people, now surrounded by sand? Then, next one. I need to, hold on. I'm blinking out. Cursed is your hand that searches for gold, with green in your heart, reaching for gold. Who are men who are mighty, the men who are bold? Where are the warriors who conquered for gold? Shall we seek in vain, like the fools who are told, to go searching the land, go searching for gold? To the sound of bargains in markets where everything's sold, shall you go wasting your money and go gambling for gold? What sights are you hoping people will praise and behold, all for the sake of your hubris and your hubris for gold? And is this a sign from the heavens you claim you now hold, all to wear jewelry and even for gold? Of scribes and men, do you not see the young and the old, the fools who walk ever lusting for gold? I need to blah blah. Within my hands a newly clean book, from every smell and touch of pages and ages, of which each senses pleases to look, for a mind to set free, left not in its cages. Oh, it matter not if it's blank or it's full. Oh, it matters not if it's blank or if it's full, as each has beauty and purpose to fulfill, a sway of my heart and a sway and pull, to create or come from an author's will. Some come with stories and tales to read, from genre to genre, it matters not what kind, while others are blank for ink to go bleed, whilst we all rejoice in each in our find. So to you books, you all bring me such joy. From cover to cover, my hands trace over. Nostalgia brought back to times when a boy. And forgive me, you, ones I go and pass over. Oh, to the taste of the fizzy, my mouth sparkles in joy. All within a flavor of a divine treat. An adventurer started back as a child and boy. One sip from the can, now in love with the sweet. You sparkling soda in your dark glow. A taste of ambrosia, a taste of some coke. What secrets do you keep? What secrets do you know? As my tongue tasted sweet, and you never once spoke. Matters not when I'm brought up on high, from flavor to flavor my taste buds fly in the sky, all brought in by such grace and such favor. I'll always return back to Old Faithful, decisions were made through an era and age, yes, back to Old Faithful, down to history and into its page. Never more have I longed to be than under the midnight moon, for although the day has much to see, the nighttime makes me swoon. For the coolness of the night, and all the secrets that hide and lurk, for such astounding is the sight that makes me never want to work. You've brought about a crystal gleam, a lesser light of shining, and evermore towards my dream in the dark be dining. All the places one could hide in the night for others to seek, a lover's secrets to confide where none can see or speak. Where none can see or peek. Or does it speak? A lover's secrets to, or none can see or peek. Yeah, wouldn't that be? I think that's right. I think that's right for peek. It's either two E's or it's. Hold on. I gotta check whether peek is. Whether I used the right spelling for this. Give me a sec. I did the wrong one. There we go. That's the right one. Royal knights of dawning day, where is your sire to be? For your battles have much to say, but none your sire to see. What have you done for bards to sing, for you to sit around? What of the crown that lost its king? Yes, lost and never found. What happened to you valiant men, for you to sit and plea? Will you rise and try again to make your rivals flee? Raise your banners across the land in service to your king, towards a crown to find and stand, and unto your sire bring. To you, O maiden just and pure, with all the secrets kept, all the weapons you did procure, to fight as others slept. Warrior princess of the night, where none will see or say, would you expect to see your sight before the dawning day? With your beauty and your power you hold within your hand, let your villains go and cower as you defend the land. The royal guards will never know the secrets you do keep, for upon the night you will go, defending all who sleep. Oh, blissful vigilante princess. That's the name for that. Vigilante princess. Oh, blissful dreams for me to sleep, guide me unto my way, to fantasy and things to keep before the light of day. Let me depart away from here into another land, send a lover to hold so dear, a place for my heart to stand. Let all adventures flow right in, where none will go or see, for journeys and battles to win, so I can feel so free. Sing not unto me a new song until all else will pass, for a place I will then belong, to raise a toast in glass. Upon grey clouds of morning, weeping rain, in the bleak shores of their hum and sway, shall life for all be naught but pain? What solace to the mind that remains sane, from the setting until the rising day, upon grey clouds of morning, weeping rain? As we rise and wake to try and gain, what shall empty herald speak, non words to say? Shall life for all be naught but pain? In existence not meant for the vain, with all their wealth to show and display, upon the great clouds of morning weeping rain, pour down on the poor with your path again, with illusions of hope caught in array. Shall life be all for all be naught but pain? The wisdom of kings they called insane, for the sake of desire they would betray. Upon great clouds of morning weeping rain, shall life for all be naught but pain? In somber sleep for a price to pay, tales of the sand from the Sandman's law, to cast into dreams at the end of day, bodies heavy caused in their dismay, from the eyes of the horses that nightmares saw, into somber sleep for a price to pay. Heavy is the crown set on display, that seeks to correct a minor flaw, to cast into dreams at the end of day. What more of his whispered words to say, of tales of men who come to draw, into somber sleep for a price to pay? To those who tire and become sleep's prey, fear the black dog when it opens its maw, to cast into dreams at the end of day. And so Morpheus comes to show the way, as darkness grows heavy and starts to gnaw, into somber sleep for a price to pay, to cast into dreams at the end of day. I'll say into somber sleep. Somber sleep. Let the sound of thunder echo twice, as wave go rage across the sea, when men of woe shall pay the price. They sailed out, casting lots and dice, into a storm they could not foresee. Let the sound of thunder echo twice. Were they but fools who ignored advice, to forsake their land and then go flee, when men of woe shall pay the price? As songs are heard that come entice, through the music of sirens three, let the sound of thunder echo twice. For when souls of men rise with mist and ice, from the silence of echoes that be, when men of woe shall pay the price. Now save them all a single sacrifice, drowned with the ship as the captain did agree. Let the sound of thunder echo twice, when men of woe shall pay the price. Rowing down the stream, as sakura blossoms bloom in the gentle wind, and through the rippling water, while under the moonlight, into the dance of koi fish in their elegance, as light arose into the night. Witnessing the tales of gods and kings among men, watching Susanoo defeat Orochi with wine, the greatest hero, as he earned humility, so that finally with his wife he could ascend and seek forgiveness from his sister with a sword in his act of redemption. Ladies of the court, subtle in their wise movements, as hidden powers that bring grace to palace halls, holding elegance as weapons in their hand. Behind a wry smile, cloaking a hidden dagger none would ever know, or would ever go suspect their hand in poison that could fully heal or kill with a finger's flick, is the reason kings would fear the looks given by their wife. The clash of metal, sparks fly from friction and steel, test of samurai, with their metal they must prove their sense of honor, pass from master to master, whether sunny days or within the pouring rains, as the lightning strikes from boy to finally man, for scar on his hand, and pass down stories to tell, before committing to the service of his lord, through all of his battles, whom he would offer his life, or then become a Ronin. The death of nature caught within a winter's breeze from a sleeping land. The death will lead into life within the moment of spring, when nature will wake, caught between pollen and dust. Hay fever will taunt through a beautiful season with beautiful allergies. Yet it too shall pass as weather grows warmer and days grow longer, a summer season of fun for all who have their work done. A parent's lament with vacations and children, so that no one dies. Glory to their love and care, as they also do provide. Even in autumn, as children return to school, refreshed and renewed, while plants show dying colors of yellow, oranges, and red. What time shall soon come, when upon the land again nature rings its bell? The cycle begins anew, entering from life to death. In the hero's age, tales of mythical portion, of Oni they fight, who are born out of malice and violent tendencies. Do you think they'd care of the bones they long to munch in sadistic glee? And so heroes go fight every Oni in their sight, yet they do ignore as Oni do evolve with every story. As some become punishers under King Edmund's judgment, and others held in the hands of children colored red and blue. Red Oni, a gentle soul who desired a human friend. Watching them play games, wanting to join in. Oh, poor Red Oni. Ah, but the Blue Oni was wise, so a plan he would devise. To go and become a villain in that story for the Red Oni. Red Oni would go save and would become the hero. Many have tales to tell of the various Oni, told in modern day. Nothing is ever one note, as legends grow and evolve. Tales of mighty men, heroes that roam through the land against injustice. From summer into winter, they shall conquer and defend. As corruption spreads and the people are oppressed by tyrant rulers, they shall gather together to spill blood across the land, for people to save and families to help feed the warrior's way. But the work is never done, as evil still continues. Gone is my life, never to never see again, drafted in the Holy Wars campaign. So spread the fields with white lilies to see, from every thought and prayer you have for me, for I shall hope to never die in vain. Oh, my love, let your heart toil in pain. Thick is our blood that runs in our veins, spilled on the ground so men can become free. Gone is my life. Do not let their weakness become a stain of many a soldier who disdain. Through the ruins and city debris, who hear the cry of every dead man's plea. Could I ever my life to go contain? Gone is my life. Lust is a drug that seeps under the skin. How can I fight against what I can't win? As it creeps up with a seductive smile, locked into my eyes, set to beguile, I fear I may fall into sudden sin. However shall I cleanse myself within, my resistance shattered, remaining thin? Serpentine hands stuck to me for a while, seeps under the skin. If I think I am free, it starts to grin, and then when we start the dance, it will begin, with my skin and soul to go and defile, trying to run, and then I drink lust's vile, for a more devious of a subtle sin seeps under the skin. Invisible in the city I walk, surrounded by noise of all who go talk, hearing the bell of the silence growing, hidden beneath the secret shadows knowing, within distorted voices who mock. They say birds of a feather will go flock, which would explain the eerie forces that stalk, who hide themselves from sight never showing the city I walk. Have I been in a movie by Hancock, with an uneasy feeling coming shock. Do I even know where I am going? By the bodies that come on by flowing. Down by the sound of the dark haunting dock, the city I walk. Who is strong enough to ever go resist? A lady of satin and sin with velvet touch. Before a feeling of the pounding heart persist, whatever our pleasure, it's never too much. Lady of satin and sin with velvet touch, is my heart or body you come to claim. Whatever our pleasure, it's never too much. A smile to beguile and never left the same. Is my heart or body you come to claim? Is it my heart or body you come to claim? Laced in sly seduction, traced with a kiss, a smile to beguile and left never the same, placed into memory to never forget or miss. Laced in sly seduction, traced with a kiss, before feelings of the pounding heart persist, placed into memory to never forget or miss. Who is strong enough to ever go resist? Land of the Fae, dancing to Celtic. Is it Celtic or is it Celtic? I think it's Celtic. Dancing to Celtic songs. How sly is the eye that draws the soul away. Forever gone, gone from the life he belongs. Into the circle covered by dusk and day. How sly is the eye that draws the soul away. Playing to every whim and every desire. Into every circle covered by dusk and day. With songs that draw out the heart's fire. Playing to every whim and every desire, a hand on the shoulder and one on the hip, with songs that draw out the heart's fire, into euphorias causing them to go and slip. A hand on the shoulder and one on the hip, forever gone, gone from the life he belongs, into euphoria to cause him go and slip, in the land of the Fae, dancing to Celtic songs. I keep wanting to say Celtic, though, because, like, a lot of people say Celtic, but then you hear some people saying Celtic. So is it Celtic or is it Celtic? Like, because I want to say Celtic. Do you fear what goes bump in the night, where, never you mind the growing, creeping smile? No need for some light to give it some fright. Just enjoy the whisper that come and beguile. Well, never you mind the growing, creeping smile to the haunting voices that come calling. Just enjoy the whispers that come and beguile. Before the end, you'll find yourself falling. To the haunting voices that come calling, taste of their sin, did you think you to be free? Before the end, you find yourself falling, as others gather around to look and see. Taste of their sin, did you think to be free? No need for some light to give it some fright, as others gather around to look and see. Do you fear what goes bump in the night? Oh, here we go. Here are the Sestinas. Here's the doozies that cometh. Who is she who comes with a feline smile, prowling like she's found some prey to beguile? I fear I may end up staying here for a while. Now satin touch of her skin and I'm falling. She whispered songs of a siren's calling. How could she be so utterly enthralling? The sound of a... Once again, is it... I'll just say Celtic this time. The sound of a Celtic lilt, I'll find it so enthralling. Caught unawares with a kiss and a smile, has my heart found its romantic calling. With a sway and a dance meant to beguile, and suddenly I feel myself now falling. To stay for a day and then stay for a while. Did I ever expect someone to come and stay a while? An ethereal beauty with every movement so enthralling. Sly are her ways to end up making someone falling. She's no Cheshire cat, but she has that smile. Call her hypnotic with the eyes she goes to beguile. In matters of romance and love she calls her calling. Alarm bells might be ringing, but I hear her calling. Shall this feeling leave, or shall it remain and stay a while? Was there a sudden flash, or is my mind set to beguile? A serpent's dance ever so attractive and enthralling, really trapped when she hits you with a charming smile. Send me straight into space and now I am falling. I'd be floating if gravity didn't have me falling. Fantasy crashed as reality came calling, only to open my eyes to her fox-like smile, hand traced on my thighs, and suddenly gone a while. Can my heart handle a touch so enthralling that sets it to permanently claim and beguile? Welcome to my parlor, said the spider who set to beguile. You think you're safe before in the trap you're falling. As everything around you becomes enthralling, you could call it the heights of a feminine calling, sealed in the pages of eternity to stay a while. When it all started with a slow prowl laced with a smile. Seduced by a charming smile, set to go and beguile. When she circled back a while, when she circled a while before suddenly falling, then embraced her calling to become enthralling. We're all actors upon life's circus show. Put on a smile with nowhere to go. Matter of luck for those in the know. Shall I wait for the moment of twilight before drifting off into the night? Oh, now wouldn't that be a wonderful sight? We all see, but we do discern sight of shadows controlling all for a show. Sleep during the day and wake during the night. Do you have the map where everyone can go? Past the dawn into the land of twilight. Or is this secret only the silent know? Answers to riddles that no one will know, stalking like a bird of prey caught in their sight. Shall we embrace the sky-colored twilight, all dressed up for a sudden phantom show? Lost in limbo and nowhere to go, all hail the moonlight's queen of the night. I am no Batman, and this is no Dark Knight. The key to my heart, will anyone ever know? Lost little lamb, even heroes have somewhere to go, and intelligence requires more than basic sight. Claim a library learning from every book they show. Do not enter into the mind's twilight. Placed in a zone but never caught in twilight, for it's but a pause until the rise of night. To catch the sight of a phantom and let it show, how could we ever come to learn and know? Moments of experience that escape our sight, that create the paths to pick from and go. Are we not all aimless who claim to know where to go through every single moment of time's twilight, caught within the shining light's blinding sight, all within the coolness of the night, as the wise come to inquire and know, fully calculating in a masquerade show? An act of illusion, show and nowhere to go, we all claim to know under the wisdom's twilight, while we dream at night, blinding ourselves from sight. Okay. It'd be so great if I ever could, complete each of my plans how I should. In a land where imagination a chaos stood, how long shall I write and bleed with scars? As I try and reach on high towards the stars, all while locking each dream within my jars. I want a dream, cut your hand on a glass of jars, and then chase it for a while if you even could, while dreaming of a future fame and stars. Do we ever go and do what it is we should, while reminded from the pain of life's scars? Here under the sun, where time's passage once stood, each piece falling marble where cathedral stood, trapped in the past, lost in its shadowed jars. It would paint our face with its blood and ashes and scars. Oh, to fully understand it all, I wish I really could, and learn to all the secrets that I know I should. For how else will I tear down all of the stars? Also that I can place myself among the stars, within the dark space they all once stood. Have I really done all I know I should, while trying to find things lost in mason jars? As belief can change from I'll try to I could, forever painted with each era's scars. Our dried crimson held up by our scars, after falling while trying to reach our stars, not yet succeeding, but wishing we all could, now slightly to the left of where we once stood, tracing our hands over a beautiful glass jar, to go and finally open, well, maybe we should. Yet to open, is it something we really should, before they too break and develop scars that we all sealed within such fragile jars, before they too become a myriad of stars? While others faded, we all still stood to reach the impossible. Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we could. Have you done what you could to try as you should, to reach where the great stood by their own scars? How else to reach the stars, you've gone locked in jars. Oh, man. Who am I among the land I am placed, where brighter minds than mine could go and see? For all the words set up to be traced, and understand my essence of my plea. And understand the essence of my plea. This is my mind, the mind of a dreamer, in the land of our imagination, and all it means to be a daydreamer, forever in our determination. Will you tell me my path to go and take, by the sound of wisdom you wish to say? Are you sure the truth you speak is not fake, to be hung out on its neon display? Oh, what a wonderful world such as this, to go after the dreamers once could not miss. Who are you to go and wear a crown of clowns? Is life such a colossal joke to you that would turn your smile into sudden frowns while listening to lies that are not true? Oh, my friend, there's so much to live for. Let not yourself be affected by lies. All you need to do is step out the door and take in the air and beautiful skies. For who are we if not creative souls, such that none would come and try and destroy? We all have our own dreams and new goals, with many ways to embrace and deploy. So let us shine bright and let the world see who we are and who we're all meant to be. Shall there ever be a love to embrace as we all move across the land and sea, into a place that will make my heart race, to show what forevers can go and be? Oh, the many dreams of my lonely heart, until the mirrors I go and talk, to give myself the courage to go start to, for I shall wish not to be one to balk. So let them laugh, those who don't understand, as only I should accept my desire, to try and place it all under command. Least my heart's fire begins to burn higher, for I am haunted by a phantom touch that grows my romantic desires so much. Well, I am like whoosh with my. To whom shall one then go in their complaint of all those who have gone and caused us harm? I may be gentle, but I am no saint, that there be no reason to cause alarm. For we are amicable gentlemen, each with a unique style and hidden charm. We would much rather solve this with a pen than to feel the need to grow and draw our sword to prevent it from happening again. So let us all go and be of one accord, as it's pleasure doing business for us to now go and stand above board. Wait, is there supposed to be, with the Terza Rima, is it supposed to end with a couplet? Is that what I'm forgetting here? Am I forgetting to add a couplet here? Do I have something that tells me the no, I do not. Balls. I think I'm forgetting the couplets here. I will leave it as is. Blood on the land of all who sought to be free, allow me to extend a toast in a hand, with all the tales of adventurers to see, from the low to the highest piece of land, to you soldiers who seek your many thrills, each a unique point to go watch and stand. But is it winter or just my own chills, as I wish to go spare you lest I get sick, coughing in the room and taking all my pills? So to you, all you my friends, another day, to pick up from where we had to stop, when I can longer come to have a stay. I'm pretty sure this needs to end on a couplet. I welcome all to our beginning show. There are many great sights to come and see. Do not be shy and ask for the answer to know about how the strange creatures came to be, as they all come from a forgotten land, lost to time when no one where none can any more see. I do hope you'll be of understanding as you watch these creatures ever so rare, for they're all really quite outstanding. A time when apex predators would dare to create anything and everything, to go create any and everything, to the last of the humans so brave and fair. Okay, you know what I'll just do? When I am putting these into books, I will add the couplets then, if I need to. Or when somebody picks me up, like an editor or whatever, I'll add the couplets then. If there even needs to be a couplet, maybe this could be like a modern version of a Terza Rima that, but I'm pretty sure it needs a couple. Anyways, I'm not gonna freak out over it. I'm just gonna keep going. You've come to the end, time to take a breath of all the world did send, from a moment of life and death. Did you enjoy what you read with your eyes, of the many places emotion goes and lies, before into an epilogue ever so calm, brought about like that of a psalm? So many things to go and do with the power of a poet to give, before I give a separate thank you as I ask you to know what it is to live. Did I miscalculate back in the beginning of all the words and forms to be slinging? Perhaps it's best to go back and check. After all, why shouldn't you go back and check? And that is going to be the 31 form Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure I've forgotten something with the Terza Rimas. I will fix those in the future. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.